Hello, leaders. Most leaders are terrified of silence. They fill their calendars with back to back meetings. They obsess over KPIs and they micromanage their teams, not because they are productive, but because they are running away from the one person they cannot control, which is themselves. Welcome to the very first episode of our Self-Mastery series. I am Venicia Guinot. Today, we aren't talking about how to lead a company. We are talking about the prerequisite that 95% of executives ignore, facing the person in the mirror, because here is the brutal truth. Your business, your department, and your family are nothing more than a giant mirror reflecting your internal unresolved chaos. If you are messy inside, your leadership will be messy outside. We've been lied to because I believe this is the biggest illusion of authority. We were taught that leadership is a title on a LinkedIn profile or at a corner office. But in 2026, the world doesn't follow titles, it follows frequency. Think about your last bad day. You were anxious, perhaps a bit insecure about a deal, or frustrated with a personal matter. What happened when you walked into the office? Without saying a word, your team felt it. The energy dropped, productivity stalled. This is what I call internal leakage. When you haven't mastered your internal state, your insecurities leak into your own decision-making process. You hire the wrong people because you are afraid of being challenged. You avoid the tough conversation because you are seeking validation rather than results. To lead others, you must first be the undisputed authority over your own impulses, triggers, and ego. Here are my 3 pillars of the Mirror Audit. I am Venicia and I lead the Tropics group, but I'm really trying to avoid to tell my story here because this was not the purpose. In this program, in the Venicia Guinot Mentorship program, we start with what I call the Mirror Audit. I want you to grab a pen right now. There are 3 questions you need to answer if you want to scale your influence. Number 1, what am I avoiding? The difficult conversation, the financial reality, or the health crisis you are ignoring. Number 2, what is my shadow trigger? What makes you lose your cool? Is it a lack of control? Is it feeling disrespected? Is it a trigger, your trigger, which should normally be your teacher? Number 3, whose choice, or rather whose voice, is playing in your head? Are you leading from your vision, or are you still trying to prove your high school bully or your parents wrong? Self-mastery isn't about being perfect, it's about being aware. A leader who knows their own weaknesses is dangerous. A leader who is blind to them is a liability. Let's talk now about the bottom line. Why does it matter so much for your revenue to be self-aware? When you master yourself, you stop making expensive emotional decisions. You do not fire people out of anger. You do not pivot your entire strategy out of FOMO. You do not burn out by 2 p.m. because you've leaked all your energy trying to please everyone. High performance leadership is about emotional sovereignty. It's the ability to remain the calmest person in the room when the market is crashing or the project are failing. That level of presence cannot be faked. It is earned in the hours you spend facing yourself. Now, let's talk about the transformation. If you are listening to this and you feel a pinch in your chest, well, that's good. That's your potential calling out your current reality. Most people will finish this podcast and go back to their busy work, to their daily challenge and calendars. But the top 1%, the leaders who leave a legacy, know that they cannot just do this work alone. You cannot see your own back. You need a mirror that doesn't lie. That is exactly why I created the Venicia Guinot Mentorship program. We do not just teach you business tactics or strategies. We rebuild the leader from the inside out. We strip away the ego-driven masks and equip you with the psychological tools to lead with an unshakable certainty. Now, here is my call to action for you. Your team is waiting for the version of you that isn't afraid of the mirror. Here is your homework. Spend 10 minutes in total silence today. No phone, no music, just you. See what comes up into your mind, what thoughts come up. That is the noise that I would like you to actually notice, and that noise is exactly what's blocking your leadership. If you are ready to stop playing small and start mastering your internal empire, click the link in the description box or in the bio to apply for my mentorship program. Let's see if we are a fit to take you to the next level. I am Vénicia Guinot. Face yourself so you can lead the world, and I'll see you in the next episode.